Good morning, welcome, and good for being there. Well done. Let's start our practice. Sitting in that comfortable position, starting to make it more comfortable as we wiggle around, and then relax the shoulders. What we'll do today is because this is slightly shorter practice, because I had this trouble with the computer, so instead of taking much time at the beginning with the breathing, we're going to do a little bit of warm-up with a couple of sun salutations, and then we use that as a connection with the breath because it links really well. Okay, so let's just sit comfortably, relax the shoulders, align the spine, and close your eyes, and just take a few moments to go inwards, to breathe nice and deeply, and with the next inhalation bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And think about your gratitude. What is it that you want to bring into your practice, into your awareness, just as we start today. And as we set our intentions, perhaps yesterday we didn't have the main intentions, the moon cycle. If you do now, if you have more of a clearer vision of what is it that you want to be doing in the next 4 weeks, then you can set your intentions still, or you can just focus on today, one day at a time. It's up to you. And then inhaling, raise the palms up, chin up, head back, and exhaling, lowering the arms. Rest them on your lap. Relax the shoulders. And a deep breath in and out. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for your patience. So we're going to start with sun salutations, slow first, so we can stretch on the first round, and then the second round will link with the breath. Just follow the guidance if you don't remember specifically. So we stand on the mat at the top of the mat. Just leave about 1 hand distance apart from the very end of the mat, and try to, when you land, try to land in the same place. So starting with the standing, finding the grounding, bending the knees slightly. Good, and then bringing the hips slightly forward. Bring the hands on the hips first. Bring the hips a little bit more forward. Good, and then relax the shoulders. And there is a tendency when we are in this position to lean back slightly already with the shoulders, but try to align hips and shoulders. Good, and hands by the sides. We're going to do some 2 rounds of sun salutations first. So from there, inhaling and bringing the palms together at the level of the heart. Namaskar. And exhale. Inhaling and start raising up. Good, and now is when you can, as you raise the palms up, you can bring the shoulders back a little bit more if you want, but keeping the knees bent so we protect the lower back. Good, and then with the next exhalation, we open the arms, palms facing each other, start aligning the spine, stomach in and forward fold. Hasta Padasana, bringing the hands align with the feet, the head hanging freely, relax the neck. Good, and then inhale and bring the right leg back, and the knee down, pointing with the toes, and find that stretch on the hips. Look into the front. Remember to engage with the fingertips. Now tuck the toes under, raising the knee, the hips, and coming into plank, Tripada. Good, and then from there, bringing both knees down at the same time, and Sashtanga Namaskarasana. So bringing the chest down, and the forehead, shoulders back. If it's difficult to bring the forehead here and keep the arch of the spine, what you can do is you can come down with the hips, then bring the forehead down, and then raise the hips a little bit up and back to create a curve on the spine. And then inhaling, push with the hands just slightly to raise the chest, but then all the strength comes with the back muscles, with the shoulders, the legs active, the glutes into our cobra pose. Good, and then tuck the toes under, push with the arms, and downward facing dog. And one step forward if it's on your practice, if it feels good for you. If you feel that there's a lot of space between hands and legs, if there is a lot of tension on the hamstrings, then you can do that, and then soften the knees slightly, soften the elbows, raise the hips. Good, and then inhaling and bring the right leg forward in between the hands, starting to close the sequence. And then bring the knee down, stretch the toes, look into the front. Good, and then tuck the toes under, raise the knee, the hip, and forward, fold, Hasta Padasana. Good, and then bend the knees, straighten the arms, spine as straight as you can, and coming all the way up, palms together, hips slightly forward. Looking out. And with the next exhalation, bringing the palms to the heart center, Namaskarasana, and Tadasana. Good, we're going to do the other side, taking our time. Inhale and exhale. Good, next inhalation, bring them up. And bring the hips forward a little bit more, the shoulders back if you can. Toes active, the legs, the glutes. Good, and then open the arms, spread the fingers, and exhale, forward fold. The spine is straight as we come down. And keeping the arms aligned with the ears. And then bend the knees, Hasta Padasana. Bend the knees if you need to, as much as you need to, so you try to come forward. Good, and then inhaling, left leg back. Knee down, stretch the toes. Looking towards the front. Good, and then tuck the toes under, raising up to come on your plank pose. Strong legs, lowering the hips, strong arms, soften the elbows, and then Sashtanga Namaskarasana. Both knees down, and then the variation would be hips down, and then forehead, raising the hips, and bring them back slightly. But keeping the arms very active, very close to the sides, to the ribs. And then inhaling Bhujangasana. So because we already have the spine active, the arms very active in Sachtanga Namaskarasana, then we just need to drop the hips, stretch the toes, and raise the head just slightly. And we are in the Cobra pose. Good, and then exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. If you have it on your practice, breathe slowly. Good, and then inhaling, bring the left leg forward. The knee down, stretch the toes, looking towards the front. Good, and then tuck the toes under, raising up, so you can jump forward into that forward fold. Good, and then bend the knees, straighten the arms, the spine, and inhale, coming all the way up, palms together. Exhale, lowering to Namaskarasana and Tadasana. Very good. Let's do it with the breath. So, shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, right leg back, knee down. Exhaling, plank, and on the same out breath, Sachtanga, and hold. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg forward. Ekapada Prasanarasana. Exhaling, Hasta Padasana, forward fold. Inhaling, Urdhva Hasta, coming up. Exhaling, Namaskarasana. And Tadasana. Okay, now left side, inhale and exhale. Inhaling, raising up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, left leg. Ekapada Prasanarasana. Exhaling, Dvipada. And keep exhaling, Sachtanga. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step. Inhaling, left leg forward. Knee down. Exhaling, forward fold. With an inhale, stretch the arms, come up, so exhaling, Namaskarasana and Tadasana. Well done. So now we come on the side of the mat, bringing the hands on the knees, and then inhaling and opening just about a meter apart. Softening the knees, bringing the weight towards the toes, relax the shoulders down. Good, and then engage the legs, the glutes, and bring the hands by the sides. And then inhaling, bring the palms up. Exhaling, bring them together. Good, and then from here, interlacing the fingers and try to pull up as much as you can, bringing the arms aligned with the ears, feeling that pull from the shoulders, from the shoulder blades, Keep squeezing the glutes. See if you can bring the hips a little bit more forward. If you don't feel the glutes engaged, then you can bring the hips a little bit more forward. You can even soften the knees slightly. Good, and then from there, just release the shoulders slightly, and then bring the hips to the back and start bending forward. Good, and then release the hands down in front of you, down on the floor. Release the neck. Move side to side, look side to side. Making sure there's no tension on the neck. Looking towards the back in that forward fold. Soften the knees. And then from there, bend the knees and lower the hips. You then bring the hands on the thighs, shoulders back. Okay, and inhaling, start coming up. Again, palms together, interlacing the fingers and pulling as high as you can. Make sure that the knees are soft so we can engage the muscles, the leg muscles, the glutes. Good, and then relax the shoulders down. As we inhale, we bring the hips to the back, but keep softening the knees so we're not locking. And then release the hands on the floor. Release any tension on the neck. Find that extra space in between the vertebrae. And then bend the knees. Lower the hips. Look into the front, bringing the hands on the thighs. Shoulders back and down. And inhaling, coming up. Palms together. And this time without interlacing, just exhaling, lowering down. Hands to the hips. Good, and then we bring the right foot in and the left foot out. Make sure that the ankles are aligned, and then tilt the hips towards the front leg. Shoulders back and down. Engaging with the glutes. Shoulders back. Good, and then from there, bend the knee, left knee. And come on the tiptoes, back leg, right leg, lowering down slightly, as much as you can, keeping the balance, coming as slow as possible. Keeping the glutes of the back leg engaged. Good, and then inhaling, start coming up, and then drop the heel. Let's see if we can do it nice and smooth. And then we bring the left foot in, the right foot out. Start tilting with the hips, the shoulders. Breathing deeply. Okay, and then from there, we bend the knee. Come on the tiptoes. And taking your time, start coming down. If you come too fast, there's not enough engagement. So we want to have the shoulders back, the back glutes engaged, so then you can come up. As we inhale, drop the heel, okay, and then bring the toes parallel to each other. We're going to do it once again. Inhaling, right in, left out, and hips align, shoulders align. Use the hands when they're on the hips to tilt a little bit more. Okay, and then bend the knee. Lower down the tiptoes of the back leg. Good, and then inhaling, start coming up. Stay on the tiptoes for balance, and then exhale, drop the heel. Good, and then left foot in, right foot out. Tilting the pelvis as much as possible. Bend the knee. Lower the hips, tiptoes. Good, and then inhale and start coming up, still on the tiptoes, and then heel down. Very good. And now towards the front. bring the heels in, toes out. Inhale and bring the arms up. Good, and then exhale and bend the knees and bring the hands to the hips. Bring the hips forward and the shoulders back. Try to align as much as possible. Notice the work on the hips, on the groins, strong legs, strong glutes. And then inhale and bring the palms together. Relax the shoulders, the elbows bend. Bring the stomach in. And if you feel that you're leaning forward still, that there's too much pressure on the hips, you can bring the hands on the hips and then keep working from here. Or if you are comfortable here, then open the arms, bend the elbows, and Jia Mudra with the fingers, which is thumbs and index. Sorry, thumbs and middle finger. Good, and then release the hands if they're up, and then straighten the legs, get the toes in, and heels and toes hip width apart, and shake. Well done. So now grab your blanket. We're going to do a couple of stretches from here before we get into that Savasana. So lay down on the mat, bring the arms by the sides and rock side to side. Finding that twist on the spine. Keeping the shoulders pressing on the mat, the palms down. And then from there, inhale and bring the legs up. Open about shoulder width apart and rotate in opposite directions, the ankles. Breathe in slowly. And then the other direction. Good, and then bend the knees, coming into happy baby, holding on the outside of the foot or by the shins, by the ankles, wherever it is. Just feel the sole of the feet pointing to the ceiling. A little bit of rocking side to side if it feels good for you. Just so we can release a little bit of tension, that hip work inside. And then come to the still position. Bending the elbows, relaxing the shoulders. You can close your eyes, bring the gaze up. Make sure there's no tension on the neck. Forehead relaxed. And we start softening that breathing. And now I need to be a more natural breath, also control. And then bring the feet together and all the way down, hip width apart. If you have your blanket near you and you don't even need to open your eyes, then just cover yourself up. If you need to open them, then just try not to disturb the body too much. And find that comfortable position where you can stretch the legs nice and wide, stretch the arms, breathing deeply, just to settle down. And if you open your eyes, gently close them, raise the gaze up. And scan your whole body to notice if there's any part that needs relaxing. Allow it to happen. And once you are in that comfortable position, being present, stay there for another 3 minutes. Enjoying each gentle breath, feeling good about your practice. And after that, a few minutes of meditation, if you can, ready to start your day. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow.